Hello everyone and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, Izzet Powerstone. So I tried the Simulacrum deck in blue-white. Now I'm going to try the Simulacrum deck in red-white. It is it. And the Simulacrum is an amazing card, but you know what makes it so much better is, where is it? Skitterbeam Battalion. This is not a 9-drop, but actually a 5-drop when you play the prototype. And it's a 5-drop 3/2/2s, but not 3/2/2s, 3/2/2s that comes in with 3 Simulacrum tokens or karn-structs, and those are scary cards, right? So that is 6 creatures or 6 artifacts on board immediately. If we just have 1 Simulacrum and no other artifacts at all, that's already 3 7/7s. For 5 mana, you get 3 2/2s with haste and trample, and then 3 7/7s. I mean, that sounds pretty good, right? That sounds like some broken ass card. All right, and then the rest of the deck is trying to facilitate that, but I also add in my hidden tech, and that's Energy Refractor. Sometimes it's harder to get the mana in the correct way because we have a lot of colored mana, so like Field of Ruin, Demolition Field, for more Revolts, but we also have a bunch of Powerstone that we can now use to cast non-artifact spells. We can do that when we have Energy Refractor. Just filter 2 Powerstone mana into the Energy Refractor to get 1 mana of any color, and this is repeatable infinitely. So there's a lot of mana dorks that can do that once a turn, but this can do that as many times as you want, and it replaces itself as you play it. So 2 mana, play a card to draw a card, it's not that good. But with Enthusiastic Mechanaut, now this could be 1 mana to draw a card and filter your mana, or it could just be free if you have 2 Mechanauts out. So that is why this is included in the deck. In addition to all of that, we also need to have 3 steps ahead in this artifact heavy deck because, well, guess what? One of the abilities is copy a token or create a token, copy an artifact you control. So we can copy Mightstone and Weakstone, we can copy Simulacrum, we can copy Skitterbeam Battalion. Probably not because that doesn't get a cast ability, but Mightstone and Weakstone is a pretty good copy. Simulacrum is an insane copy. So that is what this deck does. Now, let's look at the deck list. This is not a 3-drop, this is more of a 4 to 5-drop-ish because we want to use the 4-mana ability. So in the early game, we're only going to have 4 Enthusiastic Mechanaut and 2 Energy Refractor. Very slow in the early game, but then we go to 3-drop when we have Cryptic Coat, 2 Cryptic Coat, 4 Simulacrum Synthesizer, 4 Stern Lesson, 4 Brotherhood's End, and 4 Thran Spider. So the trick is that if we're going against aggro, we can hold back on our Enthusiastic Mechanaut and just Brotherhood's End their board. If we're against anything but super aggressive decks, we can Enthusiastic Mechanaut on turn 2, and now on turn 3 we'll be able to play one of these cards a lot cheaper, or even on turn 4 we might be able to follow this up with, you know, 2 of these 3-drops on turn 4. That's insane. And that's kind of the idea of why there's a lot of 3-drops in the deck, because they get reduced by Enthusiastic Mechanaut. And then in the 4-drop, we have 3 steps ahead. Not really a 2-drop, or not really a 1-drop or a 3-drop. A lot of people think of 3 steps ahead as a 3-drop as a counter spell. We mainly want to play it as a copy, but sometimes we want to counter and copy. The draw card is actually the least useful ability in the deck, which tells you how good this card is. And then we have 2 Mightstone and Weakstone. I could not justify more Mightstone and Weakstones because they're legendaries and they kind of legend rule themselves out. And as long as we can get 1, we can just copy it with 3 steps ahead. And then we have 2 Cityscape Leveler. Same reason, I cannot justify having too many of these. Not because they're legendary, but because they're very hard to cast. And we can also discard them with Stern Lesson and just unearth them. The crazy part about unearth is that it cannot be countered. And then we have Skitterbeam Battalion, which is, of course, another very good card to combo, or the main very good card to combo with Simulacrum. Now, we have 4 islands. For the land-based 4 islands, 1 Otawara, 4 mountains, 1 Sokenzan, 4 Spirebluff Canal, 4 Stormcarved Coast, 2 Demolition Field, 2 Field of Ruin, and 2 for more Revolts. If you really care about anti-counter, anti-blue, you can also take out an island, take out a mountain, and put in 2 Cavern of Souls, and then you're just named Karnstructs. These are Karnstructs. This is a construct. Actually, this is a prototype, but no, it is a construct. Powerstone is a prototype. So yeah, those are constructs, and that's really all we're going to cast, right? This is not a construct, and this is not a construct. But if they want to counter these, we're okay with that. They can't counter our Skitterbeam Battalion, and once it comes into play, it triggers a Simulacrum, and usually those decks will just get blown out of water. So that is the idea of all of this deck. It's an insanely fast deck, and it's very fun to play. It's very synergistic, which is, you know, my wheelhouse. And really, that's all I got for you. Now let's go into the games. Okay, our opponent's Ace Kick. Well, Jace Avatar, mono red. Here we go. We go first? We're gonna go first. And we have a Simulacrum, so okay start. We'll say hi, but they'll probably just burn us with like a play with fire. Kumano faces Caucasan. Not what I thought it was. Alright, let me draw a card. See how good this Energy Refractor inclusion is. Not really quite sure. Alright, 2 lands. Maybe a counterspell? Do I want to let them counter? My Simulacrum. Do I just hold up my counterspell? I don't know. A Stern Lesson's cool. I don't need another mountain, so I'll put that away. I have a land play next turn, and the Field of Ruin and the Demolition Field with the Energy Refractor is 3 mana, right? The funny thing here is that's... What was I going to say? Esper. I thought it was Dimir for a second, but it's just Esper. Esper's funny. Esper's cool. But Esper is annoying. Pass turn. Do you want to counter my card draw? You might. I gotta discard a card. Would I need Brotherhood's End against this deck? I can discard the Cityscape. This is gonna cost a lot. Alright. So this can turn this colorless mana into a colored mana for 3 steps ahead. But I think I just want a Powerstone anyways, right? He's gonna counter this. And then he can't play anything this turn. Alright, good enough. Yeah, counter a Mightstone and Weakstone. There you go. Good counter spell. How many counter spells do you have? Alright, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. One more I can unearth. Gotta watch out for Farewell though. I mean, that's all that deck's trying to do, right? Alright, let's just counter this 1. Can I? Hold on. This is gonna cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, counter and create a copy. Counter it. I made a Simulacrum. Oh, where's that going, huh? Alright, Skitterbeam's cool. I'll take that. They might farewell me though. Like I said, right? Watch out for farewells. But I can't really just not ever play anything. I don't know about that. So what is he gonna target? 3 steps ahead? Stern Lesson. What did he take? The Cityscape. Okay, that's not what I would have taken. But hey, you do you. I got more place. Draw 2 cards. Alright, and then I can play a... Okay, so that gives me 3 mana, or 2 mana, 3 mana, right? I don't need the 4th mana for anything, so let's do this. Siphon. Oh no. Take my artifact synergy cards. And he's gonna take my Brotherhood's End and I will laugh. Oh man, that would be so good for him and so bad for me. But you know, let's do 7/7s on board. I'm gonna give you a stern lesson on why you shouldn't pass to the end turn. Alright, I gotta discard a card. Discard. I don't need a Brotherhood's End. That's just gonna hurt me. What would you like to do? Long Goodbye on 188. I said I don't need one. Oh well. This is gonna hurt him more than it does me, right? He's got 1 mana open. This is... Yo. Let's go. You asked for it. GG. Activate counterspell. Esper control. Right, our opponent is Chesnets. You spelled nuts wrong. You also spelled these wrong. You go first. Alright, we got Stern Lesson, Brotherhood's End, Simulacrum. Reasonable. Keep. We'll say hi, but our opponent doesn't deserve it. He's still mulligan. Alright, that sleeve tells me Boros. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, I'm wrong. I am way wrong. But sometimes it's okay to be wrong. Restless Cottage. Is it going to bat me? I got 2 Stern Lessons, so I don't worry as much about bats. Bronco. Okay. Now that's scary. Right, if he saddles 3, he can deal a lot of damage to me. But I want to set up a little bit better. I want a Stern Lesson, right? That's scary. I don't have any early game removal. That's 15 damage to the dome. 17 damage to the dome, actually. Galissa? Okay, Galissa's okay. He's probably going to saddle right now. If he gets lucky and just does 15 damage or 17 damage to the dome right away, I'm going to be sad. How lucky are you? 2. Alright. Don't like it, but it happened. Let's discard a Cityscape. I can Brotherhood's End. Do I Brotherhood's End? I do want a Stern Lesson again, but you know, I kind of had the Brotherhood's End here, right? Or I died to like the 17 damage thing, so yeah, guess I have to do it. 3 damage. 2 for 1 is okay. It's not too bad. One more mana I could have Stern Lesson, but that's... Actually, no, I can't. This isn't a Powerstone. But I could Mightstone and Weakstone. For -5. Because that's what we're doing next turn if he puts out something scary. If he has a bat... Oh, okay. He's just going to play that. What the heck was that? That was a horrible play. Alright, double Dread Knight. So... I got 5 mana, which is not enough for really much of anything. Synthesizer is only not gonna be anything by itself. So I could Mightstone, Weakstone, one of these, take a little less damage, and force him to draw a card next turn. Right, I don't really need the card draw. I need to not die that quickly. So we'll kill one. Simulacrums will just go out of control very soon. Draws a card. I knew he was gonna do that. Now he might play it again. That will tax out all his mana. The thing about the Bronco that's scaring me because I can't stop it from dealing damage to me. I have the Cityscape Leveler in. Alright, that's a lot of things, but I got my own a lot of things. What am I gonna get? A Refractor and a Mountain. Refractor's good, but I can't actually use it right now. So I could play another one. Kind of have to, right? But I lose my 3 steps ahead. Demolition Field. Do I want a Refractor next turn? Draws the Demolition Field? Yeah, it's gonna stop. It's a 5/5. It's not the end of the world. He can kill it, and then I won't have much. But I have a lot of mana. Shoot the Sheriff. Okay. So I take 6, right? I take 6, I go down to 7. Again, not the end of the world, but is a lot of damage. Creature, okay. Creature is kind of scary. So, I can Cityscape. Cityscape, Cost is 8. I played this. I don't have that much mana, so I have to Cityscape this turn. When it casts a spell or whenever it attacks, destroy up to 1 non-land permanent. Kill your creature. I give him extra free mana to use on the Restless Cottage. Really annoying, but had to be done, right? But now I have the 3 steps ahead if he doesn't do anything. And 3 steps ahead will kill him. Gig's command brings 2 back and I'll sack 1. What does he bring back? Caustic Bronco maybe? But if he attacks I can block, so he definitely doesn't want to just do that. I'd have you still attack. Yeah. So what he doesn't know, we'll kill him. Double Demolition Field? I think that's warranted, right? I can use the Demolition Field for other stuff. My 3 steps ahead will get him if he tries to play a spell. I'll counter and copy a Simulacrum. Actually, I might copy the Mightstone and Weakstone. I don't know. I think I'll copy the Simulacrum first, because that's 3 Simulacrums. And he's just screwed after 3. And I'm at 4, but I don't have a lot of life. So I have to stop basically anything that comes out. I have to stop this, right? Auto pay. He still has 4 mana, but what can he do with 4 mana? I'm not sure. Galissa? The Caustic Bronco is what's gonna kill me. Galissa's slightly less scary if I can keep summoning things on the board. Those are some cards. Alright, there's a Galissa. That's a 9/9. I could Stern Lesson, but I think it's better to use this Volt if I want to, right? I can kill the Galissa right now. If I kill the Galissa right now and triple attack, won't he die? He's got 2 mana, really. Alright, let's just do it. Add a blue. I don't need to draw 2 discard a card. But I will anyways. Auto pay. Start Island. Keep the new one. -5/-5 on your Galissa. These are 12/12s. GG. Good for my opponent for staying. That's, you know, that's the class act of these nets. Or choose nets. Still, you spelled these nuts wrong. Actually. Alright, our opponent is Burr Cortez. Burr. Am I right? Alright, 1 land. 3. Oh man. If I draw a land, this would be a workable hand. If I don't draw a land, I'll just go to the next game. How does that sound? How does that sound to know? Let's not do that. Come on. Alright, so now we gotta put back a card. Let's put back an island. Island? Okay, so no, I put back an island. So I was wondering whether or not I should put back the coast, because I need to have a turn 2 play that might require both red and blue. But I can just play that tap, you know, turn 1, that's fine. Canal. Restless Fortress. Please don't bat me. Didn't bat me. Okay, so I'm gonna play this Volt for sure. And now the question is, do I want a Stern Lesson or Simulacrum? Simulacrum. Get this out on the board. I also scry a little. help me figure out my next few draws. I can Thran Spider or Stern Lesson next turn. It's kind of tricky, right? So I think it's fine. These are cool cards to keep. I want to Stern Lesson if nothing happens. But if he plays something I need to answer, I could answer with the Thran Spider. He can also just Demolition Field, or he could just quit. Sure. Okay. Alright, our opponent is Odium. It's like sodium, but Odium? I don't know. Podium? Opponent goes first. Look at all these Skitterbeams. It's 3 dead cards in my hand, right? These 2 are live cards, but then 3 dead cards. And opponent goes first. Can I keep this hand? If I only draw land, how good would that be? I'll say hi. I don't know how good it will be, but I guess we'll find out. Ambitious Farmhand. I don't like where this is going. Mono white is scary. They got a lot of farewells and stuff. I'm very enthusiastic. Look how enthusiastic I am. I can fly. He's so confused on why I'm touching all the cards. I'm gonna touch all your cards too. Oh, no sleeves. Ew. Gross. You know, sleeves are free, right? You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to take the effort to sleeve them up or anything. And wedding announcement. Oh, you want to play who has a bigger creature? I mean, I'll put a land first. I don't think it matters, but I can dig that wedding announcement. I can dig it. Spirebluff Canal is gotta go. It's I can't play it. Sokenzan is okay. And just start slamming the beams. You know what? You never know what they're gonna do, right? They might kill my Mechanaut, and then I need 5 mana. If they don't kill my Mechanaut, I'm just gonna slam the Skitterbeam to turn after turn. If he double attacks, I want a blocker. Farmhand. Farmhand? There's a lot of farms. You are farming a lot. Ah, you have a white board. Would be a shame if someone did something to your white board. That's fine. I will just do this. There's 3 of these. And 3 of those. Alright, we're going sideways. Not gonna let them get to turn 6, that's for sure. Just takes it. Definitely wants those to block my 8/8s. I think that's his plan. You can't just take it. Virtue of Loyalty. You got it. It may look like a scary board, right? It does kind of look like a scary board. But I can wipe his board. I'll be down to 4, so these are 4 ones. Yeah, it's lethal. Let's figure the math out. I think. You know what? Math is for blockers. There you go. 4 ones. Bye. Mono white. This is what you get for not having sleeves. Alright, our opponent is Durin the Deathless. Let's see if he's true to his name. One goes first. It's pretty true to his name. I need to draw a 3rd land in 3 turns. Will I be able to do that? Can we keep a 2-lander here? Everything is 3 mana, right? So I think it's justifiable to keep a 2-lander. But I'm really scared because they're going first. That's fine. Whatever. I'm not in a tournament. We'll play this out. Look at that. Did not have to miss a beat. But they probably have a lot of ley lines, so I don't know if that will help too much. Can they ley line yet? Now they can. Augur. Alright. Let me drop my Simulacrum here. That's 2 mountains. Don't need that many mountains. I don't need any of these lands, really. Huh. Just cycles that? I don't want a Brotherhood and an Augur, so let's do the thing again. This will be a 3-3. Oh, that's a lot of lands. Alright, Field of Ruin against this board. No thanks. Stormcarved Coast is okay. Once they get to turn 6, that's where I have to start worrying about Farewell. Or for 6 lands, I mean. You can still have Leyline Binding, so that's still scary. And the Beanstalk is already out, so I can never stop that. Not with this deck, anyways. Let's see what he wants to do. This is a weird domain deck because he has Seachrome Coast and Brushland. 2 lands I would never put in a domain deck, but he could be a different kind of domain, right? It could be no fetch and just what is that called again? Spelunking. In those scenarios, these lands are fine. Well, you wouldn't put the Brushland in a Spelunking deck, would you? Maybe he's just putting all the lands he has, and then rope. Maybe he's deathless because he ropes every turn, and his opponent just quits. People do that. I know people that do that. I've seen people do that. Alright, Deathless. You gonna do anything, or are you just gonna keep Deathlessing? Did I put a land to the bottom? I did, right? I might want that land, honestly. That's fine. Okay, just waste his turn. So now the question is, do I want to hold up a counterspell if he's just gonna waste his turn like that? And the answer is no. Does he have a counterspell? Who knows? We just gotta wait through the rope again. He has something. Maybe it's a Cycle land, right? A Triumph. Why else would there be a whatever this is called, a priority? If I had one more land, it would be so much better, but I don't. So I cannot use a 3 steps ahead. 3 steps ahead is so good in this deck because we can copy the Simulacrum, and that's just sick. Actually, I probably shouldn't have played it. I should have just held up 3 steps ahead and copy a Simulacrum. But he could use Leyline Binding in response, and I would get screwed because of that. I get a Powerstone. I get... Why do I get... Oh, I have 2 Simulacrum, that's why. 6 Savage. He doesn't have 6 mana, so there's no Farewell yet, but he could have a Sunfall. I'm okay with that. Because he just left. Alright, so he's deathless because every time he's about to lose, he just throw his iPad out the window. So it doesn't count, right? So he'll come back next game and he's like, I'm deathless. I've never lost a game. I've lost several iPads, but no game. Cool bear though. How'd you get that pet? I want a bear. I guess so he'll just explode. But yeah, I don't think he can do anything against this board. If he Sunfalls, I can just play a Spider and then still hold up 3 steps ahead. If he doesn't Sunfall and try to get into Farewell, he's just dead next turn. So he's just dead now. During the rope, you got a new name, and you gotta get out. Why does this rope burn so long? Look at this timer. And gone. There you go. Alright, horrible game. Arena fix this crap. Alright? Stop letting them rope like 5 turns before they explode. Alright. Our opponent is Kami-Chu. We're gonna go first. Mechanon into nothing. Alright, whatever. Mounted. Mechanon. Binding? No. Up them Beanstalk. Alright. This is cheaper, but Stern Lesson is just better, right? Three mana. No place. Interesting. Time to teach you a lesson. And it will be Stern. I want that Field of Ruin. I don't need Brotherhood's End, I think. Got any place? I'm gonna kill my Enthusiastic Mechanaut. That's a weird card to include, right? Enter the battlefield, other creatures give -2/-2. Discard it to give -2/-2. Sure. Some people like their tricky cards. Do we just teach them another lesson? Yeah, I like to have more Power Stone, so. Another Beanstalk? Yo! That's not cool, my man. Alright, I will get an extra 1 mana. That's not enough, right? I can definitely pop one of these. So I can take out the Leveler, but I want to cast the Leveler. Whenever I cast the Leveler, I get to break a land. A non-land permanent, so one of these up the Beanstalks. How good would that be, though? Next turn, my Mightstone and Weakstone. Yeah, fine. Looks like he has a play somehow. I don't know what it is, but he has a play. So, let's Mightstone, Weakstone. We'll draw 2. Then we can Cryptic Coat. Leyline Binding on my Mightstone, Weakstone. I mean, oh no, on the Cryptic Coat. Okay, sure. Brotherhood's End. That card's never turning up. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 mana. It's a lot of mana. Let's do it this way, right? I can break the up the Beanstalk. He might have another Leyline Binding. But the up the Beanstalk is what's getting him all the cards, which is scary me. And I'm not getting much of any card, so... Break one. He definitely needs to Leyline Binding the Cityscape Leveler. Or he is so screwed. He could have a Sunfall. Yep. That's fine. Not what I wanted to see. What's worse is what I have on board is not what I want to see. Let's get another Demolition Field down. And then actually keep up a 3-step ahead. Or Stern Lesson first. No. There's an instance. I already played land. There's no reason to do it right now. What deck is this? This is really weird, right? It feels like Domain, but not quite Domain. 3 steps ahead can copy a Mightstone, Weakstone. At least I can draw some cards. Yo, stop it. Don't have enough for that. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I have 7 mana. I can break one of your Zero Taurus Proving Ground. Keep the new one, and I'll draw 2 cards. 2 lands. Fantastic. Should have used Demolition Field on one more of those. Hey yo, what? It's a 5?
I will lead out to the Sentinel world.
Break another one. This is bad. I don't know if I have any 4 white beat cards. Well, let's see here. White, he has no red, so it costs 2 for binding. That Nisa would just kill everything I have, so not sure if that's something I wanted to see. Let's start lesson again. Lance, all right. So I can play a Mechanaut, and then those 2 will cost 1 each to play, right? No, 2 each to play. I have 2. Alright, let's see how fast this Nisa can do her thing. That is good. Cryptic Coat is also instant value every time, so I'm not saying no to that. But I'm also not drawing that, right? So I have a lot of mana. I should keep those 2, honestly. We'll do another one. This will be a pretty big creature. His stick is just at 2/2. It's just annoying, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Nisa's scary. I don't know what I can do against Nisa, other than maybe landing a Skitterbeam and just killing him. He's gonna break 1. Yep, of course he is. If he has a farewell, I'm just screwed. Half of arrow. Okay, not a farewell, so I can still do something. Cornucopia. Alright, so the plan still works, right? This is 9. Big ass creature. Going for the attack. Everybody go after Nisa. Everybody go after face. Let's just kill Nisa. I got a big enough board. It's not enough.
You started this fight, but I'm going to end.
Exiles one of them. I still have 2 more.
This is what you get for hurting my people.
The resistance is greater than expected.
Oh, I can't use Field of Ruin. It gets rid of my coat. He's waiting for a Sunfall or a Farewell, right? Okay, he's not Sunfalling if he's going to make a 2/2. Big board. How do you block against all this? 2 blocks it, so that is 9 plus 8, that's 17. It's assuming I don't play anything. It's gotta have one more removal, right? Like a Leyline Binding or something. Maybe it's a -2/-2, so he can survive 1 turn. Kaya, oh, okay. That's pretty scary. Also draws a card. But I can definitely kill Kaya.
Get in, deal some damage, get out. Sounds easy enough.
Draw 2 card, nice scry 1. I already want that card. I don't know if he wants scry. He wants gain life, right? It's out target creature or he wants to draw.
I don't move without knowing my target.
I decline. He's at 19, right? So he doesn't have white, which means that he can only block 2 of these creatures. So, what if I'm cryptic? He didn't gain the life he should have. What did I actually get? Thran Spider. I'll bring this back to my hand. And I'll play another one. Now what did I get? Cryptic Coat. Oh wait, no. This is Thran Spider. That's double Thran Spider. Alright, so this is 12 each. He blocks 2. He takes 12. I think he's just dead. Guess we'll find out. He can block 1. He can block 2 of them. Right? But the other 12 plus 8 is 20. So yeah. Skitterbeam Battalion with the Simulacrum's pretty good. He has a play? Oh, he has a Simulacrum. But he doesn't have... Oh, he has a March. Alright. You got me there. Okay. I will play this Field of Ruin. And I will keep Cryptic Coat on board. I can flip these whenever, right? So yeah. Does he have a farewell or something? I can just scry 1.
Let me get a read on the situation.
Oh, I don't know. Leyline Binding. On. On my Simulacrum. Okay, I can't stop that, so... You got it? Maybe he has a Sunfall. Over this. How does he fight the board, though? Field of Ruin? Okay. Maybe I tricked him into thinking I want to keep the top card of my deck. That would be funny. Another Nisa. On 3. Oh, he paid a lot of life for that, huh? Kills an artifact or enchantment.
Enough resistance!
Okay. Did all that just to quit, I guess. Sure. Why not? I want to give the Brotherhood's End because I wanted to kill Kaya. I don't even know if that worked for 3 damage. But I thought he was going to -3, right? Kill one of my creatures. But instead, he just didn't do that. He drew cards and he did not have Farewell. If he had Farewell, I would have lost. But didn't have it, so I got out of that. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel about this deck? I think this is a 5-drop, so I should put it here. I think this is a very strong deck. It definitely gave most decks a run for their money because Skitterbeam Battalion with Synthesizer would just blow everything out, right? And you saw the 2 domain games that we played. It does eat domain for breakfast because they can't really stop the haste. And then even if they try to stop the haste, we got the Karnstructs in the back, and so they really have to hold for a farewell. And then 3 steps ahead usually are there to help us counter a farewell against domain. You want to hold your 3 steps ahead if you can to stop a a big board wipe, right? Something that we did not see a lot of, Brotherhood's End. That's a scary card against this deck. If your opponent has Brotherhood's End, they will wipe your board. So be careful with that. But, you can't tech against everything in the metagame. And no one's really running Brotherhood's End that often. So this deck is kind of uncontested as far as just dumping artifacts go, right? There's not a lot of mass artifact removal in the current standard. So yeah, this deck is fun. It's strong. The Cryptic Coat is a must-have because it keeps giving you value. The Skitterbeam Battalion, the Simulacrum are must-haves because they are the core combo of the deck. So, lots and lots of mythics, right? This is not a mythic here, but this is a mythic. This is a mythic. These are mythics, and I think those are all the mythics. Mightstone, Weakstone, Thran Spider, Brotherhood's End, 3 steps ahead. These are all rares. Not very easy to get. You got to craft those. Also, for Morally Vault, that was the other mythic in the deck. So there are a lot of mythics in this deck and rares in this deck. So it's an expensive deck, but it is fun. I love artifacts. So whenever there's a hard turn into an artifact deck for any color, I want to try those out. Really, that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.